Solinus to procure my fall, and by the doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more. I am not partial to infringe our laws. The enmity and discord which of late sprung from the rancorous outrages of your duke, to merchants a well-dealing country, excludes all pity from our threatening looks. It hath in some synods been decreed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay more, if any born of Ephesus be seen at Syracusan marts and fairs. Again, if any Syracusan born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies. His goods confiscated to the duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Yet this my comfort, when your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusan, say in brief the cause thou departed from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. I'll utter what my sorrows give me leave. In Syracuse, I was born and wed unto a woman happy but for me, and by me had not her hat been bad. Prosperous voyages to Epidamnum drew me from the kind embracements of my spouse, for whom my absence was not 6 months, before herself almost fainting under the pleasing punishment that woman bare. I made provision for following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodless sons.
Hey!
And, which was strange, the one so like the other, as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour, and in the self-same inn, a poor woman was delivered of such a burden, male twins. Both alike. Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, are bought and brought up to attend my sons. My wife made motions for our home return. A leak from Epidamnum had we sailed, before the always window being deep, did convey a warrant of immediate death. Ooh. The sailors sought for safety by lifeboat, then sinking right. My wife, more careful for the lighter one, had fastened him onto a small spare mast. To him one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been not heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened each other at either end of the mast, and floating straight, obedient to the stream, we were carried towards Corinth, as was thought. Oh, let this ain't no more. Gather the sequel, but I went before.
Lay forward, old man, do not break off so. We may pity, do not pardon thee.
We were encountered by a mighty rock. Which, being violently borne upon, our helpful ship was split in the midst. And, in our sights, they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth. At length, another ship had seized on us, and therefore homeward did they bend their course. So now you've heard me exempt from my bliss, that by misfortunes was my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to dilate full. What has befallen of them and thee till now?
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, or importuned me, that his attendant, reft of his brother but retained his name, might bear company in the quest of him. 5 summers have I spent in furthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus, hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, well, that or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life, and happy where I in my time of death, for all my travels won't leave they live.
Hapless Regina, whom the fates have marked by the extremity of dire mishap. Now trust me, we're not against all laws. My soul will sue as advocate for thee. But though thou art a judge to the death, and passings may not be recalled, yet I will favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I will live with thee this day to seek thy lot of beneficial help. Beg thou or borrow to make up the sum, and live. If no, then thou art doomed to die. Jailer, take me like custody.
Oh, my lord.
Hopeless and helpless doth the Jean wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
For a rival here, and not being able to fight his own life, according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun set in the west. His mother had to keep it.
Go bear it to the Centaur, Dromio, where we host, and stay there till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Until then, I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within mine inn. For with long travel I'm stiff and weary. Get thee away. Oh! Right! Trusted villain, sir, that very often I indulge with carrying melancholy lines of my humor with the merry jests. Well, will you walk about the town and then return to mine inn and dine?
I've invited, sir, to certain merchants whom I hope to make much benefit. Soon 5 o'clock, please you, I will meet with you upon the mark.
Well, till then, I'll go losing myself upon the city.
Sir, I commend it to your own content.
He that commends me to my own content commends me to things I cannot give. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop. Who falling there, unseen, inquisitive, loses himself. So I find a mother and a brother unhappy in quest of them, lose myself. How now, Dromio? How canst thou return so soon?
Returning so soon, rather approaching too late. Cape on burns, the pig falls from the spit. The clock has struck 12 upon the bell, and thou, mistress, hath made a one upon my cheek. The meat is hot because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach, having broken your fast.
Stop in your wings, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the gold that I gave you?
Oh, Wednesday last. To the saddler from my mistress's crupper. Well, the saddler had it, sir. I kept it, not.
I am not a supportive human now. Tell me, and doubt me not, where have you left the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a child from thine own custody?
I pray you, sir, just as we sit at dinner, I from my mistress come to you and take it.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where have you left the gold that I gave in charge to thee?
Why, sir, you gave me no gold.
Come on, sir knave, have done your foolishness. Tell me how thou hast disposed that charge.
My charge is but to fetch you from the mark, sir, to home, to the Phoenix, to dinner. My mistress stays for you.
Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I have some marks of yours upon my page, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Thou mistress's marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
My mistress, sir, thy worship's wife at the Phoenix. She doth fast till you come home.
Will thou slap me thus until my face being forbid? There, take thou that,
Ow!
and that.
Ow! For God's sake, sir, hold your hands. Nay, you will not. I'll take to my heels.
Upon my life, some device or another. This villain is all right about my money. They say this town is full of cozenage. These nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark-working sorcerers that change the mind, and so killing witches that deform the body, and many such like liberties of sin. If a proof so, I'll be gone the sooner. All to the Centaur to go seek the slave. I greatly fear my money's not safe.
It is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him from the marquis somewhere gone to dinner. Oh, good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty, and when they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty then ours be more?
Because their business still lies out of door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it in.
Oh, no, he's the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Why? Headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowls are their men's subjects and at their controls. Men, more divine, the masters of all these, are masters to their females and their lords. Then let your will tend on their accords.
This servitude makes you keep unwed.
Well, not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I'll learn to love, I'll practice to obey.
How if your husband stopped some other way?
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
Patience, unmoved, no marvel though she pause. They can be meek that have no other cause.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man, now is your time.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and that my ears can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him, no of his mind?
Ah, he told his mind upon my ear. Shook his hand, I could scarce understand it.
Spake he so doubtly thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck so plainly I could too well feel his blows.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home?
When I desired him to come home, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. The meat doth burn, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Sir, will you come home, quoth I.
My gold, quoth he. Where is the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain?
For a conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch thy master home.
Go back again if he knew beaten home. For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy pate across.
And he will bless that cross with the new beating. Between you both, I shall have a holy head.
Can't break peasant, fetch thy master home.
Am I so round with you that like a football you will spur me thus? I shall last in his service, you will case me in leather.
Oh.
Father, how impatience roared in your face.
His company must do his harlot's grace, while I won't starve for a merry look. Oh. Hath the homely age still learned beauty took from my poor cheek? Oh, then he hath wasted it. My discourse is dull, bear my wit. That is not my fault. He is the master of my state. What ruins are found in me by him not ruined. He is the ground of my defeatures. My poor decayed fair. A sunny look at his would soon repair.
Self-harm and jealousy, 5 beat it hence.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrong dispense. I know his eye doth on the juggle land. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. I see the jewel, best inevitable, lose its beauty. But the gold box still, no, others touch and often touch who will wear gold. And no man hath the name of falsehood and corruption doth it shame. And since my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weep and die. Oh.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
safe at the centaur, and the heedful slave has wanted fortune to seek me out. I had not spoken with Dromio since at last I sent him from the mark. Oh, see, here he comes. How now, sir? Is young Mary humor altered? As you love strokes, so just with me again. You know no centaur. You received no gold. Your mistress sent me home to dinner. My house was at the Phoenix. What, was thou mad that thou so madly dost disanswer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not a half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence home to the centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold received and toldst me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou failst I was displeased.
I'm glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray, master, tell me.
Yea, dost thou jeer without me in the teeth? Thinkst thou I jest? Oh, take
Hey, for God's sake, now you just as earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
Because that I familiarly do use you sometimes for my fool and chat with you, your jest will make upon my love and make a comment of my serious hours. If you will jest with me, fashion no demeanor to my looks, or else I shall bait this method in your sconce.
Oh, sconce call you in? I should get a sconce from my head and ensconce it too, or else I shall sink my whip in my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I'm beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and the wherefore. For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Well, first, for flouting me, and then wherefore, urging it a second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
Oh, Mary, sir, for this sum you gave me for nothing.
I'll make amends next to give you nothing for something. Say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants that I have.
Good time, sir, what's that?
Basting.
Sir, who walks us yonder?
And Chick-fil-A's look strange and frown. Some of the mistress have thy sweet aspects. Not Adriana nor thy wife. The time was once that thou on urge wouldst vow that never music pleasing to thine eye, that never touch well welcome to thine hand, that never object pleasing to thine eye, that never meat sweet saving in thy taste, unless I spake or touched or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband, oh, how comes it that thou art estranged from thyself? Oh, do not tear thyself away from me, for know my love as easy as mayest thou fall, like a drop of water in the breaking go, and take unmingled that same drop again without addition or diminution. As take from me and not me too. How dearly would it touch thee the quick shoots here that I will thy sentences, and that this body consecrate to thee, but ruffian lust should be contemned. Wouldst thou not spit at me and spurn at me and hurl the name of husband in my face, and from my harlot brow tear the stained skin, and from my false hand cut the wedding ring and break it with a deep divorcing vow? I know thou canst, and therefore see thou do it. I am possessed with an adulterate blood. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust. For if we two be one and thou play false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, being strumpeted by thy contagion.
Plead you to me, fair dame, I know you not. In Ephesus I'm but 2 hours old, as strange into your town as to your talk.
Fie, brother, when were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee, and this thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, and me for his wife.
Villain, did you converse with this gentlewoman?
I never spake with her in all my life.
Villain, thou liest. No, but even her very words didst thou deliver to me on the mark.
I never saw her till this time.
And how could she then thus call us by our names unless it be by inspiration?
Oh, how ill agrees it with your gravity, counterfeit thus grossly ashamed, of letting him throw me in my mood. I'll fasten on this sleep of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband. I am thine.
Oh, for my beads, I crossed me for a sinner. This is the fairyland. Oh, spice, spice. We talk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we away them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath, nor pinch us black and blue.
What priest thou thyself, and answer not, oh, Dromio, the
I'm trying poor master, am I not?
I think thou art in line, and so am I.
Come, no longer will I be the fool to put the finger in the eye and weep whilst the man and the master laugh at my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio Bradvica has been all dined well with you today. Sir, if any ask for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Sister, go you with me. Oh, Dromio, find the poor well.
Am I in earth, heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking? Mad or well advised? Unknown to these until myself am disguised. But all say as they say and persevere so, and at the midst that all adventures go.
Master, shall I be a porter at the gate?
Ah, and let no creature enter, lest I break your pace.
Come, Auntie, lest we dine too late.
my wife is shrewish when I keep not out. Say that I linger with you at your shop to see the making of the jewelry. And that's why you'll bring it home. Oh, now here's a villain that would face me down. Yo, he met me on the march, and then I beat him and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold. And then I did deny my wife and hats. Thou drunken thou, what does thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know, that you beat me at the mark, and I have your hand to show. If my skin were parchment and your blows were ink, your own handwriting will tell you what I think.
Well, I think thou oughtn't ask.
Mary, so it doth appear, by the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear.
Senor Balthazar, you're good welcome.
And to the list, I hold your welcome here.
It's off, my door is locked. Go bid him, let us in.
Maud, Bridget, Cecil, Gillian, again.
Moan, Maltors, Capon, Coxcomb, Idiot, Patch. Either get thee from the door or sit down at the hatch. Go, get thee from the door.
Who talks within there? Oh, open the door.
Right, sir. I'll tell you when and you tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? Oh, for my dinner. I have not dined today.
Nor today here you must not. Come again when you may.
What art thou that keepest me from the house I owe?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio.
Oh, thou villain! Thou hast stolen my office and my name. One there got me credit, the other got me blamed.
What coil is there, Dromio? Who are those at the gate?
Let my master in, Luce.
Faith, no, he comes too late, and so tell your master.
If thy name be called Luce, thou had answered him well.
Do you hear, minion? You'll let us in, I hope.
I thought to have asked you.
And you said no.
Thou baggage, let me in.
Can you tell for whose sake?
Master, knock the door hard.
Let him knock till it ache.
Don't cry for this minion if I beat the door down.
One needs all that, and a pair of stocks in the town. Who is at the door that keeps all this noise?
Your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Hey, there, wife. You might have come before.
Hey, your wife, so name, go get you from the door. Oh.
Here's not the cheer, no welcome, sir.
Go fetch me something. I'll break open the gate.
Well, break in here. I'll break your paint.
Well, I'll break in. Go find me a crow.
Master, a crow without feather, you mean so?
Get thee gone. Fetch me an iron crow.
Have patience, sir. Let it not be so. You're in you war with reputation, and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Doubt not, sir, but that she will well excuse why at this time the doors are vacant. Now, behold by me, depart in patience. Let us to the tide for the dinner. In the evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange street. By strong hand you offer to break in now in the stirring passage of the day, overtime will be made of.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet. And in the spot of mirth, mean to be merry. I know when to excellent discourse. Pretty and witty, wild and yet too gentle. To help with to dinner. Get you gone and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the Porpentine. For there's the house the chain will I bestow. Be it for nothing but to spy my wife. And I find mine host to say, good son, make haste. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you at that place tomorrow hence.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
if you like, elsewhere, then do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Bear a fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Be secret false, what need she be acquainted? What simple thief brags of his own attaint? 'Tis double wrong to troop with your dead and let her read it in our books at board. Shame hath the bastard fame well managed, and ill deeds are doubled with an evil word. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Friend, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, talk her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain, who is sweet by the flatter of conquer strife.
Sweet mistress? What's your name is else? I know not. No, but what wonder you do hit of mine? Less in your knowledge and your grace you shall not odds wonder, more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthly gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the full meaning of your words to see. But if that I am mine, then well I know your weeping sister's no wife of mine. Not to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline.
What are you, mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but mated. How? I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun being by.
Oh, gaze where you should, and that will clear your sight.
It's good to wink, sweet love. Just look on night.
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister.
That's my sister?
No. It is thyself. My own self's better pie. My own eyes clear eye, my own heart steering.
Oh, this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister sweet, but I am thee. With thee will I love, and thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband, yet know I know why. Give me thy hand.
Oh, so, sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill.
Oh, sweet sour patch!
Now, Romeo, where runs thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I your man? Am I Dromio? Am I myself?
Thou art Romeo, thou art my man, thou art thyself.
I'm an ass. I'm a woman's man, and besides myself.
How a woman's man, and what dost thou mean besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself. And I'm due to a woman. One that claims me. One that holds me. One that will have me.
What claims lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such claims as you would lay to your horse. And she would have a beast of me. And she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
Oh, very reverend body. I have but lean luck in the match, yet she is a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she's a kitchen wench in all the grease.
What complexion is she of?
Well, swart, like my shoe, but her face, nothing half clean so kept. For why she sweats. A man may go over shoes in the grime of it.
That's a fault that water will mend.
No, sir, 'tis a grain. No one's blood could not do it.
What's her name?
Now, sir, but her name in 3/4. That's an L in 3/4 will not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some bread?
No longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She's spherical, like a globe. I can find countries in her.
Ugh, and what part of her body stood Ireland?
In her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Where's Scotland?
I found it in the barrenness, hard in the palm of hand.
Ooh, where France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her hair.
Where England?
Sir, I looked for the chocolate cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them.
Where's Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where's stood America? The Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose all over embellished with rubies, carbuncles, and sapphires.
Where's stood Belgium? The Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore as assured to her, told me the privy marks I had about me. The mark on my shoulder, the mole on my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I amazed ran from her as a witch.
Ooh, go highly present, post to the road. If any ship put forth, come to me while I will walk on the mark till thou return to me. If everyone knows this and we know none, this time I think to trudge pack and be gone.
As from a bear, a man would run for life. So fly I from her, that would be my wife.
There's none but witches that do inhabit here. Even she that doth call me husband. Even my soul doth for a wife above. Oh, but her fair sister, possessed with such a gentle, sovereign grace, of such presence and discourse, Ooh, that almost made me a traitor to myself.
Master Nicholas!
Ah, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. Oh. Here's the chain. I thought to obtain you at the Porpentine, but the chain unfinished made me stay thus long.
What is your will that I shall do with this?
Well, but to please yourself, sir, I have made it for you.
Made it for me, sir. I bespoke it not.
Not once, not twice, but 20 times you have, eh? Go home with and please your wife withal, and soon at supper time, I'll meet you and receive the money for the chain.
Sir, I pray you receive the money now. For fear you'll never see the chain, no money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Very well.
What I shall do with this, I cannot tell. Yeah, this I know. There's not a man so vain to refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man who needs not live by shifts when in the streets he meets me with such golden gifts. All to the mark, and then for Dromio's day. If any ship put forth, then straight away.
or I'll attach you by this office.
Oh, jeez. Well, even just the sum that I do owe to you is growing to me by Antipholus, and in the instant I met with him, he had of me a chain. At 5 o'clock I shall receive the money for the same. Please, if you welcome me down to his house, I shall discharge my bond and thank you too.
That labor may you save. See where he comes.
When I go to the goldsmith's house, go down, buy thou a rope's end. That will I bestow among my wife and her confederates for locking me out of my door by day. What's up? I see the goldsmith. Go, get thee going. Buy thou a rope and bring it home to me.
Now I will go, master, to buy a rope.
How now, dear Angela? Where have you been? I promised your presents and the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. Be like you thought our love would last too long if it were chained together, and therefore came not.
Well, here's the note. How much the chain weighs to the utmost care, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand debt to this woman here. Please, see her presently discharged, for she is bound to see and but stays for it.
I'm not furnished with the present money. What? Besides, I have some business in the town. Good senor, take this stranger to my house, and with you bid the chain and bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof.
And you will bring the chain to her yourself?
No, bear with you, lest I come not time enough.
Oh, well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I not, sir, I hope you have, or else it may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir. Give me the chain. Both time brings days for this kind woman, and I to blame have held her here for too long.
Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine? I should have chid you for not bringing it. But like a shrew, you first begin to brawl.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
Oh, you're ashamed with me? The chain!
Give it to my wife and fetch your money.
You know I gave it you in half an hour since. Either send me the chain or send me by some token.
Fine, and now you want this human out of breath. Where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say whether you'll answer him or no. If not, I'll leave him to this officer.
I answer you? What should I answer you?
Money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
I know I gave you even now.
Give me none. You wrongly much to say so.
You gave me more for denying it. Consider how it ends upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him at my suit.
I do. And the Duke's egg to obey.
Oh, reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay me that I never had. Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Arrest him, officer. Here is that fee.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit.
I do obey thee till I give thee bail. But, Cyril, you shall buy the sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I will have law in Ephesus. Too notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master! Master, there is a ship of Abigail! That stays but till her owner comes aboard. The ship is in her trim, sir. Their merry wind blows from fair land. They stay for not at all, but for their owner, master, and yourself.
Well, how now, man, why thou peevish sheep? What what ship of Epidamnum stays for me?
The ship you sent me for, to hire waftage.
I sent thee for a rope and told thee to what purpose and what end.
You sent me to the bay, sir, for a ship.
I will debate this matter at more leisure and teach your ears to listen to me with more heed. To Adriana Villain, have thee straight. Give her this key. And tell her, in the purse that's covered over with Turkish tapestries, there is a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I'm arrested in the street and that she need bail me. Time, slave, be gone! Oh, I will set to prison till it come.
To Adriana. Oh, that is where we died. Where a woman did claim me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Oh, thither I must, although against my will. Oh, for servants must their master's mind fulfill.
Red or pale, sad or merry. One observation made a silence case of his heart's meteor tilting in his face.
First, he denied you had in him no right.
He meant he didn't mean none on my spot.
And swore he that he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though yet forsworn he would.
Then pleaded I for you.
And what said he?
That love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move. First he did praise not beauty, and then not speech.
Did speak him fair?
Oh, have patience, I beseech.
I cannot, no, I will not hold me still. My tongue though not my heart shall have his will.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost his wail, but it is gone.
Here, go, the desk, the purse, sweet, now make haste.
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where's the master?
A devil in an everlasting garment handsome, one whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel.
Oh, man, what is the matter?
I don't know the matter that he's rested on the case.
Arrested? Tell me in whose suit?
I don't know in whose suit he's rested well. Oh, but he's in a suit of brown dye, I can tell. Oh, William Shakespeare, Mistress Redemption, the money in his desk.
Sister, go fetch it. This I wonder at, that he unknown to me should be in debt. Tell me, was he rested on a band?
Not on a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain! A chain! Do you not hear it ring?
What, the chain?
No, the bell! 'Tis time I were gone. It was 12 ere I left him. Now the clock strikes 1.
There's the money, Dromio. Bear it straight, and bring thy master home immediately.
And everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some offer me gifts, some offer me things for my kindness. Others offer me in their shop. Even now a tailor showed me silks they had bought from me, and therewithal took measure of my body.
Master! Here's the gold you sent me for.
I understand thee not.
Why, sir, I gave you word an hour since that the ship expedition before tonight, and then were you hindered by the deputy. Here's the gold you sent for to deliver you.
Oh, the fellow is distracted, so am I. And here we wander in illusions. Some blessed power deliver us from hands. Oh!
Well met, Antipas. I trust you found the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan! Avoid! I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is this Mistress Satan? It is the devil. Nay, she is worse. She is the devil's death, and she will burn. Come not near her.
You're a man and you're marvelous merry, sir. Will you come with me? We'll mend our dinner here.
Master, if you do, expect spoon meat or be speaking a long spoon.
Why, Dromio?
Marry, sir, for he must have a long spoon that must eat with the devil.
Avoid them, fiend! What tellest thou me of the supping? Thou art as you all are sorceress, therefore I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond the chain you promised. I'll be gone, sir, not trouble you.
Some dolls ask for the parents of one's nail, a rush, a pin, a drop of blood, a nut, a cherry stone. But she, more covetous, would have a chain. Master, be wise, and if you give it her, the devil will shake her chain and fry us with it.
Give me my diamond, before my ring the chain you promised.
Avaunt, thou witch! Come from your let us go. Oh, I need.
Now I would doubt until he was mad. That's what he never so to mean himself. The ring he has mine worth 40 ducats. But the same he promised me a chain. But one and the other he denies me now. The reason that I gather he is mad beside this present instance of his rage is a mad tale he told today at dinner, of his own doors being shut against his entrance. The life of his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose barred the doors against his way. My way now is to hie home to his wife and tell her that, being a lunatic, he came to my house and took to force my ring away. This course I fit his shoes, but 40 ducats was far too much to lose.
I'm rested for. My wife is in a wayward mood today, and will not likely trust the messenger that I should be attached in Ephesus. Now, I'll tell you, it will sound harshly in her ears. Oh, here comes my man. I think he brings the money. Now, sir, how be that I sent you for?
Here's that. I warrant you will pay them all.
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats filling for a rope?
I'll serve you, sir. 500 at the rate.
So what ended up in the highly home?
To a rope's end, sir, and I in return.
To that end, sir, I will welcome you.
Be patient!
Hey, just for me to be patient, I'm in adversity.
Good! Now hold that tongue!
Nay, sweet him over his head.
Thou whoresome, senseless villain!
I were senseless, sir, if I cannot feel your blows.
Thou art sensible in nothing but blows, and so is an ass.
I am an ass indeed. I have served him from the hour of my nativity to this very instant, and have nothing at his hands for my service but blows. When I am cold, he heats me with the beating. When I am warm, he cools me with the beating. I am driven out of doors so that when I go from home, welcomed home with it when I return.
Won't thou still talk?
Let's say you now.
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse.
If I put him in the shit.
God, I charge thee, Satan. I oath within this man to yield possession of my whole affairs. Into thy state and darkness I distract. I conjure up all the saints in heaven.
Peace, don't he listen, peace. I'm not mad.
That we're not poor distressed soul.
Dominion, you these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face revel and feasted at my house today? Whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut and I did not to enter in my house?
Oh, husband, God doth know you dined at home. Where would you have remained frequently slanders in his open shame?
Dine at home? Thou villain, what sayest thou?
Sir, you did not dine at home today.
Were not my doors locked up and I shut out?
Yes, sir, your doors were locked and you shut out.
I did not she herself revile me there?
Staunch fable, she herself proud you
I
there.
did not her kitchen maid rail, taunt, scorn me?
Yes, sir, the kitchen vessel scorned you.
I did not I enraged depart from thence?
And verily you did. My bones have since been witness to the vigor of his rage.
It's good to sue them in these contraries.
It is no shame the villain finds his vein, and yielding to him human as well as frenzy.
Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money by Dromio here, who came in hangs for it.
Heart and goodwill, you might, but I swear, sir, not a rag of money.
Whence not thou to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to it and I delivered it.
And I witness with her that she did.
God and the rope maker bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress, both man and master is possessed. I can tell it by their veil and dented looks. There must been laid in some dark room.
Wherefore didst thou lock me forth today? Why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
And I, sir, was sent for nothing but a rope.
Oh, dissembling villain, thou hast false and boast.
Dissembling harlot, thou art false and all. And I'll confederate with the damned pact
Wilt thou murder me, thou jailer, thou I'm thy prisoner? Wilt thou suffer them to make a rescue?
He is my prisoner, and you shall not have him. What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
He is my prisoner, and if I let him go, the debt he owes will be required of me.
I will discharge the heir, I told thee. Bear me forth to his creditor, and don't have the debt grows, I will pay it. Good master, could see him safe conveyed to my house. Oh, most unhappy day.
Don't most unhappy strumpet!
Master, I'm entered in bond for you.
Thou not be villain, wherefore dost thou mad me?
Will you be mad for nothing? The master cry the devil!
Go, bury pens. And sister, go you with me. Now, tell me, who is he arrested at?
One, Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say how gross it do.
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He didn't speak a chain for me, but had he not?
When your husband on his way today came to my house and took the force my ring away, straight after did he leave me the chain.
Come, jailer, bring me forth to the goldsmith and...
Oh! I see these witches are ready to gun. She never be a wife now ran from you. Come to the sand car. Fetch us up from thence. How long we were safe and sound aboard.
Frank, stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw they speak us fair and give us gold. Methinks they are a gentle nation that, but for the mountain of mad flesh that doth claim me for her husband, I think I can find it in my heart to stay here and turn witch. Oh, not stay the night for all the town, that for a way to get our stuff from thence.
I have hindered you, but I protest he had the chain of me, though he honestly doth deny it.
How's the man esteemed here in the city?
Oh, a bragging reputation, man of credit infinite. How beloved, second to none that lives here in the city.
Speak softly, yonder, as I think he walks.
'Tis so, and the self chain about his neck once he must strongly forsworn had, not enjoyment to be possible. Signor Antipholus, I wonder much that you will be such same in trouble. You have done wrong to this, my honest friend, who but staying for our controversy had hoisted sea and put to sea today. The chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I had it, sir. I never did deny it.
But yes, that you did, sir, and forswore it, too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear?
These ears of mine, thou knowest to hear thee. By on thee, wretch, 'tis pity that thou livest where any honest man resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently, if thou darest stand.
I do dare, and I do defy thee for a villain. Hold! Hurt him not, for God's sake! He is mad! Stop getting his guns, and by Dromio too, bear them to my house!
Oh, run, master, run! For God's sake, take your house! Oh, back to the brothers!
Now, wherefore throng we hither? To fetch my poor distracted husband hence, let him be brought forth that we may bear him home for recovery.
I knew it was not his perfect wits.
I'm sorry now that I did draw on him.
How long had this possession held him there?
Well, this week he had been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this week, his passion never break into extremity of rage. Hath he not lost much wealth by recusy? Or buried some dear friend?
Who hath not else his eyes strayed his affection in unlawful love? 'Tis a sin prevailing much in youthful men who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. To which of these sorrows is he subject?
To none of these, except it be the last, namely some love that drew him off from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
Why, so I did.
Aye, but not roughly enough.
As roughly as my modesty will let me.
Why, happily in private.
And in assemblies too.
Aye, but not in mouth.
It was the copy of our comforts, and Betty slept not for my urgent, and Bordy fed not for my urgent. Alone it was the subject of my theme. In company I often glanced it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And thereof came it that the man was mad. By the venom clamours of a jealous woman.
Poisons more deadly than a mad dog's tooth.
Why, it seems his sleeps were hindered by thy railings, and thereof came it that his head was light. Thou sayest his meats were sauced with thy upbraidings. Unquiet meals make ill digestions, and thereof the raging fire of fever bred. And what is a fever but a fit of madness? Thou sayest his sports were hindered by thy brawls. Oh, sweet recreation bar, what doth ensue? Oh, but moody and dull melancholy, kinsling to grim and comfortless despair. And at her heels a huge infectious troop of pale distemperatures and foes to life. In food, in sport, and life-preserving rest to be disturbed would madden man or beast. Therefore, it seems thy jealous fit have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him, but mildly, even when he demeaned himself upright and wildly. What bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She did betray me on my own reproof. Good people enter and lay hold on him.
No, not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring him forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands, till I abuse the approved means I have to make of him a formal man.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, die to sickness, for it is my office.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have brought him to his wits. Therefore depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity.
Come, go, I will fall on knees at his feet, and never rise until my tears and prayers have won his grace, that he in person come and take my husband by force from the Ephesus.
By this I think the dower points at 5, and on I'm sure the Duke himself comes to the melancholy vale. Place of death, sorry execution.
Yet once again proclaim publicly, if any friend will play the sum for him, he shall not die, so much we tender it.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the Ephesus.
She's a virtuous and reverend woman. It cannot be kissed only wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, whom I made lord of me and all I had, a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately hurried through the street with his bondman, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens by rushing in their houses bearing thence rings, jewels, and anything his rage delight. Well, then we got him bound and sent him home. Anon, I know not by what strong escape he broke from those who had gotten him, and with his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful passion and drawn guns, chased us away. Finally, they fled into this abbey here, whither we pursued them, and here the abbot shuts the gates on us and will not suffer us to fetch him out. Therefore, most gracious Duke, with thy command, let him be brought forth as born hence for heaven.
Long since thy husband served me in my wars, and I to thee by the prince's word to do him all the grace and good I could. Go, some of you, knock the abbey gates and bid Lady Abs come to me.
Oh, mistress, shift and save yourself! My master and his man are both broke loose, beating the maids and row about the doctor, whose beard they have singed off with great brands of fire. And there was a blaze that threw upon him great pails of bottled fire to quench his hair. My master preaches patience to him, while his man nicks him like a bull. And sure, unless you send some present help between them, they will kill the conjurer.
Oh, peace now, thy master and his master are here, and that was false that dost report to us.
Oh, mistress, I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He cries for you. If he can pick you, scorch your face and disfigure you. Ah! Oh, I hear a mistress fly. Come,
stand up, be nothing. I took God.
Justice, most gracious Duke, will grant me justice. Even by the service that long since I did thee, even for the blood that I lost for thee.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She that thou gavest to me to be my wife that hath abused and dishonored me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
Grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lord, he, my sister, and I did dine together, so before my soul this is false that burdens me withal.
May I look one day nor sleep all night, and she tells your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman, they are both forsworn, and this the madman justly chargeth them.
And my liege, I am advised to what I say, and neither disturbed with the effects of wine, nor heady wrath provoked by raging ire. This woman locked me forth this day from dinner, That goldsmith there, well, he not packed with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him, and in the street I met him, and in his company that woman. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down, that I this day even received the chain, which God he knows I saw not, for the which he did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. Him with none return, and fairly I bespoke the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way we met my wife and sister. They brought this pinch, a threadbare charlatan who took on him as a conjurer, gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse. Cries out I was possessed. And then altogether they fell upon me, bound me, bore me thence, and in a dark and dankish vault at home they left me and my man bound together, till gnawing with my teeth. My bonds and sundown, I gained my freedom, and immediately went into your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames, great indignities.
My lord, in truth, thus far I witnessed with him that he died not at home, but was locked out.
But had he such a chain with thee, or no?
Oh, well, he had, my lord. And when he ran near the people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, all we swung these ears of mine already had the chain about him. After he first swore on the mark, and thereupon I drew my gun on him, and he fled into this abbey here, from whence I think you are come by a miracle.
I never set foot within these abbey walls. No, ever didst thou draw thy gun on me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven.
Wow. What an intricate impeach is this? If here your house and here would have been. If you were mad, you would not plead so coldly. You stayed down at home. The goldsmith he denies that saying. Sir, what say you?
Sir, he died not at home.
Yes, and from there he did take my ring.
'Tis true, my liege, this ring I had of him.
Sawest thou him enter the abbey here?
And sure, my liege, that you see your grace.
Strange. Go, call the abbess hither. I think you're all made of a stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Sir Fusion, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is this not your bondman Dromio?
Well, within this hour I was his bondman, sir, but he, I thank him, not into my cords.
I am sure you, both of you, remember me.
Aye, sir, but I'm sure I do not. You're not Pinch's patient, are you, sir?
Why, you look strange on me. You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief has changed me since you saw me last. And with careful hours at times the phone hand, averting strange deep features on my face. And tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, know thou?
Nor, sir, do I.
I'm sure thou dost.
Aye, sir, but I'm sure I don't.
Not know my voice. Oh, time's extremity! Hast thou so cried and split my poor tongue, and in 7 short years, hear my own son, not know my feeble keep on 2 cares? But here my grizzled face of mine be hidden, sap consuming winter's drizzled snow. Tell me thou art my son, Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But in 7 short years, in Syracuse, boy. Thou knowest we parted, but here, my own son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I never saw Syracuse in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusan, 20 years I've been patron to Antipholus, during which time he never saw Syracuse. I see thy age and dangers make thee doty.
Most mighty Duke, for whom the man much wrong. I see 2 husbands, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genius to the other. And so are these. Which is the natural man and which is the spirit? Who to staff is little?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away.
I, sir, am Dromio. I pray let him stay.
Aegean, art thou not, or else this ghost?
My old master. Who had bound him here?
Oh, whoever bound him, I will loose his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty. But speak, Regina, if thou beest the man who once lost the wife called Amelia, before thee a birth with 2 fair sons. Or if thou beest the same Regina, speak.
If I dream not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me, where's the sun that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
By men of Epidemium, he and I and the twin Dromio were all taken up. But by and by, rude fishermen of Corinth took perforce my son and the twin away. What became of them I cannot tell. I to this fortune have you seen them.
Why, he begins his morning story right. These two Antipholus, these two Solines, and these two Dromios, one semblance, besides hers never I could see. These are the parents of these children, which accidentally met together. Antipholus, that came from Corinth first?
No, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
I came from Corinth, most gracious Lord.
Oh, and I was him.
And brought to this town by that most famous warrior, Duke Menaphone, your most renowned uncle.
Stay, stand apart. I know not
Which of you two did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are you not my husband?
No, I'd say that.
And so do I, yet she did call me so. And this fair woman, her gentle sister here, did call me brother. What I had told you then, I hope I shall have much leisure to make good. If it not be a dream, I seem to hear.
Oh, that is the chain, sir, which you had of me.
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
And you, sir, for this chain arrested me.
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
And I sent you money to Regina you by Dromio here. I think he brought it not.
No, sir. None by me. This person Duncan said I was used from you. And Dromio, oh, my man, did bring them me.
These ducats I pawned from my father here.
It shall not need. That's all I have is life.
Yes.
Sir, I must have my ring.
There, take it. Oh, and much thanks to my good cheer.
Renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us to the sector here, and hear at large discourse all our fortunes, and all that are assembled here. Go keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I gone in travail with you, my sons, until this day my heavy burden there delivered. Go to a gospel's feast and go with me. After so long grief, such festivity.
It's all my heart on the gospel this day.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
He speaks to me. I'm your master, Dromio. Come go with us. We'll look to a nine. And praise thy brother there. Rejoice with him.
There was a fat friend at your master's house that kitchen for you today at dinner. She shall now be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you are my glass and not my brother. I see by you I am a sweet face. You. Will you go for me to see their gossiping?
Oh, not I, sir. You are my elder.
Nay, now that is a question. How shall we try?
Oh, we'll draw straws for the senior. Till then, lead down first.
Nay, then thus. We came into this world like brother and brother. Now let's go hand in hand, not one before another.
Why should their liberty than ours be more? Because their business still still lies out of door. Look, when I serve him so, he takes it in.
Oh, no, he is the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
But headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowls are their male subjects and at their controls. Men, more divine, the masters of all these, are masters to their females and their lords. Then let your will attend on their accords.
This servitude makes you keep unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn love, I'll practice to obey.
How if your husband starts some other way?
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
Patience unmoved. No marvel though she pause. They can be meek that have no other cause.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man, now is your husband.
Say, if your tawny master now at hand.
Nay, he's at two hands with me, and that my ears can witness.
But say, did thou speak with him, knowest of his mind?
He told his mind upon my ear. Sure his hand, I could scarce understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck so plainly I could too well feel his blows.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home?
When I desired him to come home to dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I.
My gold, quoth he.
You're the meat off burden, quoth I.
My gold, quoth he.
Will you come not home, quoth I?
My gold, quoth he. Where is the 1,000 marks I gave to thee, villain?
Sir, your mistress, quoth I.
Thy mistress? How on thy mistress? I know not thy mistress.
Quoth who?
Quoth my master.
I know,
Quoth he.
no house, no wife, no mistress.
For in conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and bring thy master home.
And be new beaten home? For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy pace across.
And he will bless that cross with the new beating. Between you both, I shall have a holy head.
Go hence, prim peasant, and fetch thy master home.
Am I like a football that you will spur me thus? Nay, if I shall last in this service, you will case me in leather.
Why, how impatience lureth in your face.
His company must do his harlot's grace, while I at home stalk for merry look. Hath the alluring view he took from my poor cheek? Oh, then he hath wasted it. On my discourses dull, bearing my wit, that is not my fault. He is the master of my state. Where ruins are found in me, that are found in him not ruin. He is the ground of my features. Oh, my poor decayed fair. A sunny look at his would soon repair.
Self-harming jealousy, fad, beat it hence.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrong dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. I see the jewel best enamelable lose its beauty. But the gold bides still, and though others touch and often touch and will wear gold. And no man hath the name of dothhood and falsehood, corruption and shame. And since my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weep and die. Oh!
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy? And may it be that you have quite forgot a husband's office? Shall Antipholus, even in the spring of love, that rough springs block? Shall love in building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake, use her with more kindness. Or, if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Bear a fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Teach sin the carriage of a holy saint. Be secret false. What need she be acquainted? 'Tis double wrong to truant with thy bed and let her read it in thy looks abhorred. Shame hath a bastard fate well managed. Ill deeds are doubled with an evil word. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, calm her life. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress. What your name is, else I know not. Nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Less in your knowledge and your grace, you shall not ours wonder more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthly gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the full meaning of your words to see. But if that I am mine, then well I know your weeping sister's no wife of mine. Nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline.
Oh, what, are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but maybe. How, I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun, being by.
Oh, gaze where you should, and that will clear your sight.
As good to wink, sweet love, as look on night.
Oh, why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister.
That's my sister.
No. It is thyself. My own self's better part. My own eyes clear eye, my dear heart steer high.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister sweet, for I am thee. With thee will I love, and thee need my life. Thou hast no husband, yet no I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Oh, soft sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to get her you will.
Oh.
But I protest, he had the chain of me, though he honestly doth deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
Oh, well, reverend reputation, man of credit infinite. Howdy but live and saying to none that lives here in the city.
Speak softly, Andres. I think he walks.
Tis so, and the salvation about his neck or two monstrosity forswear I have. Signor Antipholus, I wonder much that you put me in such shame and trouble. You have done wrong, says my honest friend, who would stay for our controversy had hoisted sail and put the sea today. The chain you had on me, can you deny it?
I think I had it, sir. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did, sir, and forswore it, too.
Who heard me to deny the forswear?
These ears of mine, thou knowest it heal thee. Fought on thee, wretch. 'Tis pity that thou livest where any honest man resorts.
Thou art unwilling to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently if thou darest stand.
I do dare, and I do defy thee for villainy.
Hold! Hurt him not, for God's sake, he is mad. Oh, the son give it dinner. Take his guns away, as God drove you to, and bear them to my house.
Oh, run, master, run! For God's sake, take a house! Oh, back to the priory!
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence, let him be brought forth and they bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew it was not his perfect wits.
I am sorry now that it had drawn him. How long hath this possession held the man?
This week he had been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this afternoon his passion never break into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by wreck of sea? Buried some dear friend? Hath not his eye strayed his affection in unlawful love? A sin prevailing much in youthful men who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except it be the last, namely some love that drew him off from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
Why, so I did.
Aye, but not rough enough.
As roughly as my modesty would let me.
Haply in private.
And in assemblies too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the copy of our conference. In bed he slept, not for my urging it. At board he fed, not for my urging it. Alone it was the subject of my theme. In company I often glanced it. Still did I tell him it was vital and bad.
Ah, and thereof came it that the man was mad. The venom clamors of a jealous woman, poison more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. It seems his sleeps were hindered by thy railing, and thereof comes it that his head is light. Thou sayest his meats are sauced by thy upbraidings. Unquiet meals make ill digestions. Thereof the raging fire of fever bred, and what's a fever but fits of madness? It seems his sports were hindered by thy groans. Sweet recreation barred, what doth ensue? But moody and dull melancholy, kinsman to grim and comfortless despair. And at her heels, a huge infectious troop of palest temperatures and foes to life. In food, in sport, and life-preserving rest, to be disturbed with maddened man or beast. The consequence is then thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
But she never reprehended him but mildly when he demeaned himself rough, rude, and wildly. Why bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She did betray me on my own reproof. A good people enter and lay hold of
No,
him.
no creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants spring and fall.
Neither. Took this place for sanctuary, and shall purge him from your hands until I return him to his goods again.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, die in sickness, for it is my office.
Be patient. I will not let him stir till I use the approved methods that I have to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of my oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore, depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain to the Duke of this indignity. Come, go, I will fall on knees at his feet, and never rise until my tears and prayers have won his grace, that him in person come and take my husband from the abbess.
This I think the dial points at 5. Anon, I'm sure the Duke himself comes to the melancholy bay. The place of death, sorry execution.
You once again declare publicly, if any friend will wait the sun for him, he shall not die. So much we can do.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend one, and cannot be chipped on the wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, whom I made lord of me and all I had, a most outrageous fit of madness took him that desperately he hurried through the street with his bondmen, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens, but were ushered into their houses, bearing his rings, jewels, and anything his rage allowed. Well, then we got him bound and sent him home. Anon, I know not by what strong escape, he broke from those who had got of him, and with his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful passion and drawn guns, chased us away. Finally, they fled into this abbey here, whither we pursued them. And here the abbess shuts the gates on us, and will not suffer us to fetch him out. Therefore, most gracious Duke, with that command, let him be brought forth and borne hence for him.
Long since thy husband served me in my wars, and I to leave out a prince's war to do him all the grace and good I could. Go, some of you, knock the abbey gates and bid Lady Abbess come to me.
Oh, mistress, shift and save yourself. My master and his man both broke loose. Beat the maids and rolled bells and dungeons. With fear they are seized off with great breath of fire. And a risen blaze they threw upon great pails of puddle mire to quench his hair. My master preaches patience to him, while his man nicks him like a fool. And sure, unless you send the present up, between them, they will kill the conjurer.
Oh, peace now. Thou master and his master are here, and this is false that dost report to us.
Oh, mistress, I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He cries, for you, if he continue, scorch your face and disfigure you. Oh, I hear, mistress. Flat!
Come, stand up here. Stand up at your God.
Justice, most gracious, you both grant me justice, even for the service that long since I did thee, even for the blood that I lost for thee.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She that thou gavest to me to be my wife that hath abused and dishonored me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me, while she with harlots feasting in my house.
A grievous fault. A say woman, didst thou say?
No, my good lord, he, my sister, and I did dine together. So befall my soul, this is false that burns me withal.
There, man, look on a day nor sleep on a night, but she tells your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman, they are both forsworn, and this the madman
him justly charged with theft.
My liege, I'm advised to what I say. Now, the disturbed with the effects of wine, no heavy rash provoked by raging ire. This woman locked me forth this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it. For he was with me then, who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did down together. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him. And in the street I met him, and in his company, that woman. Fair did this perjured goldsmith swear me down, that I this day have received the chain, which God he knows I saw not, for the which he did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and set my peasants for certain ducats. Him with no return, then fairly I bespoke the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way, we met my wife and sister. They brought this pinch, a threadbare charlatan, who took on him as a conjurer, gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse. Cries that I was possessed. Then altogether they fell upon me, bound me, bore me thence, and in a dark and dankish vault of hope, they left me and my man bound together, till gnawing with my teeth. Our bonds in sunder, I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth thus far witness with him that he dined not at home, but locked out.
But had he such a chain of thee or no?
Oh, well, he had, my lord, and when he ran with the people saw the chain about his neck.
But besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine heard he had the chain about him. After he first forswore on the mark, and thereupon I drew my gun on him, and he fled into this abbey here, from whence I think you are come by a miracle.
I never set foot within these abbey walls. No evidence thou draw thy gun on me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven.
Why, what an intricate impeach is this? If here you housed him, here it would have been. If he were mad, he would not plead so coldly. You say he died at home. The goldsmith he denies that saying. Sir, what say you?
Sir, he dined with her at the Porpentine.
Yes, and from there did he take my writ.
'Tis true, my liege, this ring I had of her.
Sawest thou whom they took the abbey?
Sure, my liege, that is your grace.
This is strange. Go, call the abbess hither. I think you're all made of a stark lad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life, and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Sir Cupid, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is this not your bondman, Dromio?
Well, within this hour I was his bondman, sir, but he hath thanketh not into my courts.
I'm sure you both of you remember me.
Aye, sir, but I'm sure I don't. You're not Pinch's patient, are you, sir?
Why you look strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief has changed me since you saw me last. With careful hours of time's deformed hand, I've written strange deep features on my face. And tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
Nor, sir, do I.
I'm sure thou dost.
Aye, sir, but I am sure I don't.
Not know my voice? Oh, time's extremity! Hast thou so cracked and split my poor tongue? In 7 years, here my own son, not know my feeble key of untuned cares? But here this grizzled face of mine be hid in sap consuming winter's drizzled snow. Tell me thou art my son, Antipholus.
Well, I never saw my father in my life.
But in 7 years since, in Syracuse, boy, thou knowest the pardon. But here, my own son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I never saw Syracuse in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusan, 20 years of patron to Antipholus, during which time he never saw Syracusan. I see the age and dangers make me know.
Most mighty Duke, behold, a man much wrong.
I see 2 husbands, or my eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genius, the other. And so are these. Which is the natural man, which is spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, Sir Andromio, command him away.
Aye, sir, Andromio, I pray let his name. Gene, art thou not or else his ghost?
My old master, who hath bound him here?
Whoever bound him, I will loose his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Jean, if thou beest the man. Thou hast once a wife called Amelia, who bore thee at a birth 2 fair sons. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegean, speak.
If I dream not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me, where's the sun that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
My men of Epidamnum, he and I, and the twin Dromio, all were taken up. But by and by, rude fishermen of Corinth took perforce Dromio and my son away from me, and me they left with men of Epidamnum. What has become of them, and till now, I do not know. I shall this liberty you see me in.
Why, here begins his morning story right. These two Antiphaluses, these two Soli, and these two Dromios, one sentence. Besides her virgin of a record seed, these are the parents of these children, which accidentally met together. Antipholus, that came from Corinth first?
No, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
I came from Corinth, most gracious Lord.
And I was him.
Brought to this town by that most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, your most renowned uncle.
Stay, stand apart. I know not which is which.
Which of you two did dine with me today?
Ah, gentle mistress.
You know my husband.
No, I'd say maybe that.
And so do I, yet she did call me so. And this fair woman, the gentle sister here, did call me brother. But I had told you then, I hope I shall have much leisure to make good, if this not be a dream I see and hear.
Chain, sir, what you had of me?
Now think of me, sir, I never did deny it.
And you, sir, for this chain arrested me.
I think I did, sir. I denied not.
And I sent you money to redeem you, by Dromio here. But I think he brought it on.
No, sir, none by me. This person ducats I received from you, and Dromio, my man, did bring them me.
These ducats I pawned from my father.
It shall not need. Thy father hath his life. Oh.
Sir, I must have my ring.
There. Take it. And much thanks to my good cheer.
Renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the centaur here, and here at large discourse all our fortunes. And all that are assembled here, who by this one day's sympathized error have been done wrong, go with us, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I gone in travail of you, my sons, but till this hour my heavy burden ne'er delivered. Go to a gossip's feast and go with me. After such grief, such festivity.
Not my heart, I'll gossip this week.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what's up in my house that will bar?
He speaks to me. I'm no master, Dromio. Come go with us, we'll look to a 9. Embrace thy brother then. Rejoice with them.
There was a fat friend at your master's house that kitchened for you today at dinner. She shall now be my sister, not my wife!
Methinks you are my glass and not my brother. I see by you, I am a sweet face. You. Will you hope for me to see their gossiping?
Oh, not I, sir. You are my elder.
Nay, now that is a question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw straws for the senior. Till then, lead thou first.
Nay, then thus, we came into this world like brother and brother. Now let's go hand in hand, not one before another.